Hi everyone, I'm Vasily Malanin. I work for Amazon Web Services as Automotive Principal Solutions Architect. I would like to share with you what we and our customers do in automotive space. Today I also have an honor to host Tarun Nigam, Chief Technology Officer of Toyota Tsusho Connected Middle East, who will share his company's experience of building connected car solutions on AWS. We live in the time of unprecedented change of automotive industry. We see accelerating shift towards electric powertrains. It's happening due to many factors, and sustainability is definitely one of the key ones here. We also register that our customers, both OEMs and Tier 1 suppliers, are reimagining their supply chain to make it more sustainable and resilient. Personally, I'm very inspired with the pledges that our customers are making in that space. It really motivates me to go extra mile with them and for them. For example, Stellantis made a pledge to have net zero carbon emissions by 2038. Denso and Toyota shared that they want to be carbon neutral by 2035. Truly exciting. Customer expectations from the vehicles are also changing. To satisfy the customers, you can't just keep stamping the metal. Vehicles have to be integrated into the customer's digital experience. So modern cars are connected. They have ADAS features, and fully autonomous driving is just around the corner. This makes every modern car a mini data center on wheels, packed with a huge amount of intelligent software. Finally, new ownership models and the emergence of virtual direct-to-customer buying experiences is disrupting retail, but opens new business models and opportunities for monetization. AWS, being a leader in cloud computing space, works with automotive customers and partners to address these trends and seize opportunities that they open for the industry. We see our role in making it easier to innovate, modernize, and scale automotive solutions. Here is a subset of customers that we engage. You'll see OEMs like Honda, Toyota, and BMW, Tier 1 suppliers like Continental, Denso, Harman, and Bosch, solution providers like Wireless Car and here, as well as mobility companies like Lyft and Avis. This allows us to have 360-degree of the industry and come up with the services and solutions that can help this and many more companies to deliver results for their customers. Last December, we launched an initiative called AWS for Automotive. It is aimed to bring together new and existing in-vehicle cloud and cloud-to-vehicle solutions and services from AWS and our partners. The initiative already joined by more than 200 partners with solutions. As part of our commitment to the industry, we also grow our own automotive team. I represent the recently created Auto Asia team, which includes technical and business experts, professional services, and partner resources across Singapore, India, Australia, Korea, Japan, and China. If you are an automotive supplier, software vendor, or OEM, please don't hesitate to connect with us and join this initiative. As a result of our work, we prioritize 7 solution areas where we can help to drive transformation. First, we work very closely with partners like ARM, BlackBerry, and NXP, and customers like Toyota, BMW, Stellantis on software-defined vehicles. As I mentioned previously, modern cars are data centers on wheels, and you need to write and deploy a lot of software code to power it. In AWS, we have a lot of expertise in organizing software development and deployment. In our cloud, we run more than 60 million feature and update deployments a year with the help of highly automated build, integration, and deployment tools. We want to bring this agility to the vehicle manufacturers so they can design and test their software in the cloud and then deploy it to the vehicles. For this, we have tools like ARM-based VMs using Graviton 3 processor, which is compatible with the hardware of the target ARM-based in-vehicle components, as well as first-party and partner tools for delivering and running resulting software at the edge. Autonomous vehicles developers require processing of petabytes of data, advanced machine learning tools, and algorithms paired with a lot of compute. Prominent AV companies like Toyota, Mobileye, Uber, Lyft, Magna, and Zoox are building ADAS, autonomous driving models, and HD maps on top of AWS Cloud. We recently introduced the AWS Autonomous Data Lake, which has been implemented by several customers with significant impact. Moving on to the product engineering. This is one of my personal favorites, given that my academia time was spent on high-performance computing, and later I worked on testing and optimizing NVIDIA's CAE software suites at Intel. R&D is the heart of the innovation at most manufacturers. However, I hear the R&D teams of automotive companies complaining about long queue times for simulations that hurt operational efficiency and pushes them to decrease the dimensions of the simulations. Using the hybrid approach, on-prem HPC plus AWS, customers can achieve much faster turnaround times for these compute and memory-intensive simulations. Supply chain is another hot topic. Industry challenges, including forecasting accuracies, parts shortages, and insufficient ability to track and trace, has accelerated the transformation to the cloud. Solutions built using AWS services provide the end-to-end visibility into today's supply chains. We also use knowledge of our parent company, Amazon, which has one of the most advanced logistics systems in the world to help companies to predict demand as well as optimize last-mile logistics. In manufacturing space, OEMs need to connect millions of disparate machines, including some legacy systems with different protocols, and analyze massive amounts of data to uncover insights, develop automation tools, and predict potential issues such as equipment failure or product defects. One of the successes brought by the AWS technology and knowledge is demonstrated by Volkswagen Group, which plans to revolutionize its global operations by building the Volkswagen Industrial Cloud on AWS. The Volkswagen Industrial Cloud aims to yield a 30% increase in productivity, 30% decrease in factory costs, and €1 billion in supply chain savings. Digital customer engagement is an area of focus across all of Amazon, from the advertising group to Alexa Auto, Fire TV Ring, and more. We have many services and solutions designed to better understand customer behavior and offer relevant, personalized experience based on their lifestyle. AWS specifically helps automotive companies develop and maintain ongoing customer relationships with tools for evaluating campaign effectiveness, tracking attribution, adjusting tactics in real time, and more. We offer specific partner solutions focused on building a virtual showrooms to streamline and personalize the shopping journey, as well as automate customer call center services. Finally, before we zoom on connected mobility, I wanted to bring your attention to the center of the slide. Each of the solution areas that we discussed generates massive amounts of valuable data. It could be structured data from the supplier systems, can be video feeds that are used for autonomous development, can be machine data from manufacturing. Automotive customers can sync all this data into a data lake on the cloud to mash up the data and generate new cross insights. Okay, now let's talk about connected car, which is probably the most established trend on the market right now. And I don't know a better way to cover this topic than inviting our customer and partner, Toyota Tsusho Connected Middle East, to talk about their connected car project. Without further ado, let me hand over to Tarun Nigam, Chief Technical Officer of Toyota Tsusho Connected Middle East.
Thank you, Vasily, for inviting me to share our experience today. Hi, everyone. My name is Tarun Nigam. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Toyota Tsusho Connected Middle East. At TTCME, our motto is to build engaging connected experiences for Toyota customers, which brings joy to their day-to-day vehicle ownership experience. Today, I will share information on some of the connected products that our accessories and connected solutions department has built for Toyota vehicles in the Middle East. Our department builds innovative accessories for convenience and safety, specifically focusing in the space of in-vehicle infotainment and remote telematics. We have developed more than 20 product lines and over 200 unique variants. Our team identifies unique market requirements and then integrates cutting-edge technology with innovation to deliver advanced digital experiences to Toyota customers. While we focus to provide the best in-car and connected experience to customers in the Middle East, the genetics of our products are global, envisioned to fulfill local needs, but designed to be global in characteristics. Strategically, our role is to create innovative and visionary products that bridge the gap between local market expectations and global products. To achieve this, our team is deeply involved in the whole 9 yards of product development, from product ideation and conceptualization to product design to manufacturing to testing and validation and then market support. As you may imagine, this is not an easy task for a small team. Hence, we partner with some of the best-in-breed engineering and manufacturing companies in the tech and automotive space, including AWS, to realize and deliver our vision. We operate in the Gemba, so we understand the local market and customers very well. When you think about the Middle East, it's likely your first emotions are influenced by our famous environmental conditions, a super bright sun and an extremely harsh hot summer. What may surprise you is the passion Middle East customers have, especially for their life experiences. This passion shows in everything, from the cars they drive, to the pets they keep, to their demand of digital experiences. It is no surprise that today, Middle East customers are claimed to be the most tech-savvy in the world. The automotive world is changing today, getting more and more connected. As Vasily rightly pointed out, it's necessary for vehicles to be integrated into the customer's digital experience and lifestyle. Today's customers demand a premium digital experience enabled through smart connectivity to their vehicle. At TTCME, we understand this emotion and offer a seamless connected experience both inside as well as outside the car, from connected in-vehicle infotainment to telematics units that extend vehicle functions to the comfort of users' smartphones, enabling use cases for vehicle remote control, real-time vehicle data, accurate and up-to-date navigation maps, real-time traffic, location search, parking reservations, weather information, as well as fueling services. Let me take you through the journey of building our telematics unit. When we started capturing the consumer requirements for remote telematics, 4 distinct types of requirements came up. The first requirement was vehicle remote control. The extreme heat in Middle East summers is well known, with dashboard temperatures reaching food cooking temperatures when vehicles are parked for extended durations in the sun. In preparation for their journey, customers typically start their vehicle and allow it to cool down 10 to 20 minutes in advance. It is also common for people in our countries to order fuel delivery to their vehicle location in the parking lot. When the fuel truck arrives, the users need to unlock the vehicle for refueling. While the key fob fulfills both of these use cases, you need to stay in radio frequency distance to the vehicle. It's workable, but not practical in many cases and definitely not very convenient. Being able to access these functions through a smartphone application would be really convenient and highly desirable. The next requirement was vehicle finder. Parking lots can be really large in Middle East. The picture here shows the parking at Expo 2020, whose size is quite typical of parking lots of big venues in the Middle East. Imagine forgetting your parking location on a hot summer day and walking up to 2 kilometers on foot in the scorching sun to find your vehicle. Also, while the number of car thefts is relatively quite low, it is a concern, especially for owners of premium vehicles. Tracking the vehicle through a smartphone application are not just desirable, but also a need for many users today. The next requirement was driver monitoring. Thanks to the impeccable quality of roadways in Middle East, it is common for traffic to move at very high speeds. However, the capability to maneuver this high-speed traffic comes with experience, which is lacking in young and novice drivers, especially in the age group of 18 to 24 years old. It is not surprising these drivers are involved in close to half of the accidents today, with most common cause being overspeeding and not maintaining a safe distance. The last requirement that stood out was vehicle data. to avoid user carelessness like leaving the car unlocked or leaving the windows and sunroof open, especially before a sandstorm. Also, to perform preventive and scheduled maintenance in a timely manner, this data is necessary. This is a high-level overview of our solution. The central piece to this solution is our Connected Services Platform called TTCSP, an acronym for Toyota Tsusho Connected Services Platform, which is hosted on AWS. The mobile application, T-Drive, is the touchpoint for customers' interaction with his vehicle, giving them access to vehicle functions and its sensor data. The telematics device running on FreeRTOS with AWS SDK connects to the vehicle CAN bus to get real-time vehicle data and to perform operations such as engine start and engine stop. Thanks to the availability of well-designed managed services from AWS, we were able to bring together our vision at lightning-fast speed. We extensively used managed services like IoT Core, Lambda, and Kinesis data streams to not only accelerate our development process, but also for event-driven scaling of our most loaded services. We leverage on the high availability of AWS global infrastructure, deploying load-balanced, auto-scaled services across several availability zones. Now, let's watch a short video to show you how all of these come together for a Toyota customer.
T-Drive. Your car and smartphone will be connected. By using T-Drive, you can check and operate the various conditions of your car through a smartphone application. For example, as long as the network is connected, you can start your car's engine from any location, even when there is an object blocking your car. When your car is parked outdoors in a parking lot and the inside of the car becomes hot while you are shopping, you can use the smartphone application to start your car's engine just by pressing one button. This way, you can set the inside of your car to a comfortable temperature before going back to it. Also, when your car's fuel is low, a caution message will be displayed on your smartphone before starting the engine, so you don't have to worry about running out of fuel. With the schedule function, you can preset the date and time up to 1 week in advance of when to start the car's engine. Therefore, you can automatically start the car's engine just before you are leaving for work, as well as control the car's temperature in advance. This makes your daily commute smoother and more comfortable. Furthermore, up to 5 people can be registered per car, making it convenient when a car is shared by a family. In a large parking lot on a hot summer day, when you can't find your car, you can check where it is by using the smartphone application. T-Drive can determine the precise condition of your car in real time and can notify you of any warnings to the smartphone application. For example, when another family member is driving the car, and if you've preset a particular location as a designated area on the map shown in the application screen, it will notify you when the car is outside the designated area. This way, it provides you comfort in terms of security, even when you are not driving your car. Moreover, you will be notified when fuel is low, when there is something wrong with the air pressure of the tires, or when the car auto alarm is activated. It also notifies you of your next 10,000 kilometer maintenance and invites you to go to a dealer for a checkup and oil change. T-Drive can notify you of various mistakes made with your car. For example, if you forget to lock the door, forget to close the window, or mistakenly lock the door while the hazard lamp is still on, and when you leave your car with any of these conditions, the application will notify you on your smartphone, thus protecting your car. In addition, you can check when you are not sure if you lock the car or close the windows after leaving your car. Furthermore, you can check the status of your car through your smartphone before leaving the house, such as the amount of fuel remaining and the condition of the air pressure of the tires. T-Drive enables you to check the driving history of your car, from starting the engine to turning it off on the smartphone map. Along with your driving history, you can also see your driving score, allowing you to review your own driving. In case of a sudden problem with your car, and when you wish to contact a dealer, the application can list the nearby dealers so you can directly connect and talk to them. This can relieve your worries whenever troubles occur.
Welcome back. Now let's talk about what we are doing next. 1. We want to enrich the vehicle ownership experience in other markets. We are able to do this because A. Our solution, hardware, firmware, as well as mobile apps are highly customizable at modular level and can be localized very quickly. And B. AWS scalability and global availability allows us to quickly deploy our solutions to new markets. So, geographical expansion is high on our list. And second, as Toyotsu Group, we want to enable fleet owners to optimize their assets and running costs, as well as last-mile delivery planning. Let me introduce you to Fleemo. It's a comprehensive fleet management platform with dispatch and delivery management functions focused especially on last-mile delivery planning as well as execution. At TTCME, we get exposure to a large number of Toyota fleet customers. Hence, we understand their unique requirements and pain points. The fleet dashboard that you see on my slide gives fleet owners a comprehensive overview of everything that is going on with their vehicles. Fleemo is a versatile solution that has been built totally ground up to fulfill the requirements of these fleet managers and fleet owners. Fleemo works with almost all popular telematics devices, including our own, to provide functionality that fulfills all popular use cases of fleet telematics. Further, backed by an in-house engineering team that actually developed this solution, we are in a unique position to quickly customize the platform to create bespoke solutions that meet each individual customer requirement. We are steadily progressing at Toyotsu Group to alleviate the pain points of fleet owners, driving fleet optimization and cost savings like never before.
Thank you very much, Tarun. This was really interesting. Every other day, I talk to various automotive companies such as OEMs, auto dealers, captive financial organizations, and leasing providers, and they're all excited about connected mobility. We see how vehicle connectivity enables different business opportunities that bring new revenue streams and excite customers. Tarun talked about B2B services like fleet management. Other big trends and opportunities that we see are in the change of the consumption model from ownership to subscriptions, multimodal mobility where you need to stitch experience across different forms of mobility in a single trip, and of course, various on-demand and personalized features that can produce new revenue streams. One of the things that become evident when you work through various connected mobility projects that there are a lot of similarities in terms of ingestion patterns, data pipelines, vehicle lifecycle management, and so on. Hence, we work on the reference architecture, which later was implemented as an open source project that everyone can access on GitHub and can use as a starting point for their connected mobility solution with original flavor. Let me give you a glimpse of what you're getting with this solution. On the left, you see a vehicle. It can be a car, a truck, a bus, a boat, any vehicle that is connected. Amazon provides a set of IoT compute blocks, including IoT SDK, Greengrass software that work at the edge device. In the middle, there is a business logic. This is where all the vehicle data is stored and processed into different applications and services. On the right, there are APIs and communication capabilities to support applications and business intelligence. All this runs serverless, highly scalable, no infra to manage, no need to patch the systems. It's event-driven, hence it scales up and down with the number of vehicles on the road. For example, during the night when there are less vehicles, the incurred costs will be proportionally lower as the services here are charged based on the usage. One of the neat elements here is how we leverage different types of databases in data stores based on the type of data or analysis that we want to perform. We leverage S3 Data Lake for raw data, we publish strip data information into a NoSQL key value database called DynamoDB. We use graph database Neptune for storing the information about vehicle assets, and finally, OpenSearch for the events data for optimized queries. These are best practices from hundreds of projects that AWS team had with automotive clients. And now anyone from startup to enterprise company can take the code and leverage for own mobility solution. Now, before we close the session, I wanted to emphasize one more topic. ASEAN is a hotspot for automotive manufacturing. In my experience, I worked with customers who run components manufacturers, such as filters, exhaust pipes, stamp engines, and body parts, build safety equipment, and even produce fuels and lubricants. There are many opportunities to transform industry business with AWS as well. Same like with AWS for Automotive, we have AWS for Industrial initiative. The AWS for Industrial initiative simplifies processes of building and deploying innovative IoT, AI, ML, analytics, and edge solutions to achieve step change improvements in operational efficiency, quality, and agility. I would highlight the use cases such as production asset optimization, worker safety, and productivity quality management as the key elements that we are able to improve. If you're interested in those use cases and business outcomes, I encourage you to visit AWS for Industrial webpage at AWS Sign. Learn how other customers are using AWS cloud services to transform, and find comprehensive solutions that you can leverage to start your own journey. To gain more confidence and hands-on experience with AWS, access the digital training built by AWS experts. Attend our instructor-led classes by qualified AWS instructors and learn how to design, deploy, and operate highly available, cost-effective, and secure applications on AWS. Thank you again for attending, and we really appreciate your feedback so that we can better understand the topics and services you would like to know more about. So please do take the time to fill out the survey and let us know what you think.